made this DayZ food tier list because I've seen quite a lot of people get a bit confused when they're carrying food and running around with like a few pairs and thinking that's going to feed them for their journey going into quite a, say, deep territory of the adventure, right? You're going into a military or something. Pair isn't really going to do it for you. So I've done this list. I'll put the link in the description. I'll also put the link to the DayZ wiki where I got all the information and you can see in a more thorough detail the calories of this. Now this has been done by calories and generally just using baked. Obviously you can boil, you can dry, but we're just using baked, and the animals have been represented by their picture because all the meat, as you would know, kind of looks the same. So these are all the cow, the trout, these are all representing a baked form of their final sort of consumable state, right? So as you can see, like the bacon's the top, the honey is pretty much second best with the, if you get a full box of cereal, same thing if you get a full pack of milk. Obviously these don't always spawn full, so you're not always going to get that. The fat, I am not sure. According to the wiki, I think this is just universal, so any fat is the same, and it's roughly about 600 calories. I haven't considered the hydration in this. Obviously, you have water, but some of these values, like with peaches, are going to have higher water content, especially considering next to jam, which I think has no water content. So there's obviously some leeway in this, and some bits might be in the wrong order, but I've tried to do this into just make it visually like you can see, yeah, the rice is a lot better than a soda. Okay, so the rice, even though it's bulky, probably worth carrying over 6 cans of soda, or 3 cans of soda, sorry, for the same slots. Unknown food nowadays makes you sick, so you have to take it slow, otherwise your character will vomit. And I think the same thing can be said for dog food and cat food. They can still give you calories though. Bear steak and wolf steak at the bottom here are at risk of making you ill, and you'll need to have vitamins and maybe like charcoal and tetra to help you cure yourself, which is if you're willing to do that, you've got the medication to do that. Needs must. I think the bear steak can still give you a lot of calories, nearly like 1,000 calories in a steak, but obviously you're at risk of that infection. So the bear is actually pretty much one of the best meats in the game, but it now carries an infection, so that's why I put it down here along with the wolves. So it's kind of eat at your own risk. Same thing with the fox and the chicken here. I see people will carve these up, and I saw a group of 4 people the other day get 1 chicken and try to feed 4 of them with it and acted like it was enough. And that's kind of what inspired me to do this, because it really isn't. If you find mushrooms in the non-rotten state, just obviously the normal state here, and they're not dried, if you actually take the time to bake them, the same thing can be said for fruits here, particularly the pumpkin, the peppers, the zucchinis, the potato, if you find a full potato, and pears, particularly pears is probably the most notable because you start with 1 in some cases. They can really give you a lot of calories, 450 plus calories here, plus a load of water, I think, as well. So if you can find a stash of mushrooms and you're willing to cook them, it's really worthwhile in this game. If you didn't know that was kind of also why I wanted to do this. Consuming them normally is okay as well. Obviously, that's generally the best way to go about it if you're short on space. But if you've got the time to cook them, sometimes maybe worth throwing in like a pot or whatever, right? But yeah, I hope this helped you. I'm going to leave this on for an hour, minute or two, and then, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. If this helped you, leave a like, so other people can watch it and also help them, because it's just misunderstanding, right? So like these chips, these take up a lot of slots, and I think they're like 50 calories. Same with this tomato, it's like 50 calories. The soda, I guess, is controversial. The soda is like 160 calories with like 300 mils. So they're okay, but don't fill up your bag with sodas and carry them around thinking they're going to save you, because they're not. Just drink them straight away. Almost, if you carry a soda, drink it immediately as soon as you find it. It's not worth carrying, in my opinion. Same with a lot of these pates and stuff. Just most of the time they're just not worth carrying. Just eat them and go, right? Cool. Thank you for watching.